Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher of Realms. Guys, yesterday I released a video using Gretchen and Violetta Vane in an Abyss 1 run, and I made the mistake of actually not realizing that Gretchen was a physical damage dealer, and I owe you guys an apology and I need to redeem myself. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so yesterday I did manage to hit, I think it was 85k, something like that here. You can see right here on the screen, 83.6k blood on Abyss 1, and I was using Violetta, Solcadens, and Gretchen. Now, this is extra impressive in a way. This is something I need to keep in mind here, is that I was using Gretchen wrong. What was happening is I was using Gretchen's physical damage on the magic side of the boss. So Abyss 1 switches back and forth between physical resistance and magic resistance. So then I was doing it, so I was using Gretchen on the magic side, and that doesn't work out obviously the way it's supposed to. And I'm so sorry guys for this like complete mishap. I don't know what I was thinking. I've been a little bit tired lately, but whatever. I will say that I have been able to complete a run doing it properly and hitting over 110k blood on Abyss 1. I'm going to try to replicate that today the best that I can to show you guys exactly how I did that and to make sure I kind of redeem myself for what happened yesterday. And I'm not going to pull that video down. I did put a bunch of comments on there because somebody did mention like, isn't that hero physical damage dealer? And I'm like, yeah, you're totally right. I told you you're totally right, and thank you guys for calling that out. I do appreciate it. That's kind of feedback that I need sometimes. I must have been, I don't know, I just wasn't in it, I guess. Anyways, so we're gonna use Rygar, we're gonna use Sergei, Kagiri, Sun Wukong, Narissa, Solcadens, Diao Chen, Aelin, our Violetta Vane, and Gretchen. Now, as you can see, we do have these guys all at A5, so this is like a maximum damage test. It's not very realistic for most of you, and I understand that completely, but just, you know, stick around and watch the fight. You can see how to use them. You use them the same way. Now, what did happen yesterday? My Solcadens and the Violetta Vane, even though we're on a test server, was able to solo the magic side anyways, so it didn't even need Gretchen to be a magic damage dealer. Those are the only two magic DPS on the team, and they handle the magic phase shields all the way to the end, which is incredibly impressive. But Gretchen was coming out like 43k or 43 million damage, and that's definitely not right. So all she was using is her basic on the physical side, so we have to fix that today. So I must redeem this, guys. I must redeem this. I'll show you a little bit more about the gear when we get done with the fight. I'll go over the gear quick. Not too in depth, just kind of show you some screenshots of what they all have. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward stuff you've seen before. Mostly quad rolls, high attack percentage rolls, stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna start out with a Kagiri like normally would, if it will let me. There we go. And then we're gonna go Diao Chen, get that invigoration buff or Wings of Grace buff on Kagiri. Switch her over to Song of Sorrow. We're gonna go ahead and put down that Sun Wukong, and then we're gonna go ahead and put down our Aelin. Now, you could argue at this point that Sun Wukong isn't the highest damage dealer on all these other guys, that Gretchen and Violetta Vane and Sergei are all most likely going to outdo him. So that's something to keep in mind. You may decide to use Aelin instead on one of these other guys instead. But today we're going to show off Gretchen because we have to redeem her and make sure that she is showing the love that she deserves. So we're going to go ahead and put down Gretchen up here, top left facing right. And then we're gonna go ahead and put down Narissa, and then we can just pretty much place the rest of our heroes. We're gonna put Violetta Vane up here, we're gonna put Solcadens right here, we're gonna put our Rygar right here, and then Sergei right behind the Rygar. All right, let's get ready, shall we? All right, so I like to go, there we go. I like to hit Solcadens first here to get that physical damage vulnerability up on the boss. That's going to increase Kagiri's first hit. His damage is going to be much higher. We can activate Sun Wukong right away as well. And I usually like to go like 1 or 2 hits off of Sergey. We can go ahead, just wait with Gretchen for just a moment. Hit one hit with our Sergey right now. Activate our Aelin. Go ahead and activate Gretchen now. All right. Activate our Rygar. Okay. We should plow right through this. And right when the shield's done, we can go ahead and start using everybody else's ultimates. Kagiri, Sumukong, and then start smacking with our Sergey. Alright, should end up like over 15, 16k damage. And as you can see, Gretchen is doing much better this time around, isn't she? I don't know how I didn't realize that. But Solcadens and our Violetta Vane are plenty enough to get through the magic side and bust those shields, so that's something to keep in mind. That's a lot of respect that way. A lot of respect that Violetta Vane can do this. It's crazy. So typically you can get like two ultimates off with Gretchen on each physical phase, but in this case we're just doing the one time on the first phase. We're sitting at like 24k going into the magic phase here, 2024. A lot of damage, guys. Kagiri sitting at 77, Sergey at 51, Gretchen at 46, and then Sumukong at 46. So let us see how well Violetta Vane does. She's sitting right around 12 right now, so just keep that in mind. This phase is going to be a lot easier to deal with. Don't activate anybody pretty much until the second hit, then we'll activate our Aelin. And that's going to get us nice amount of healing. It's going to be plenty of healing for you guys. We can activate our Violetta Vane when it comes up again. It should come up right now. There we go. All right. There we go. Now we're going to hit Kagiri with the Meteor Shower, and we also have to hit Sergey to make sure that he shields himself. He doesn't get taken out by the big hits here. All right, now you don't have to use an ultimate here, so here we go. We're going to let these guys just kind of beat it down. Once you get it right around 30% left, you can go ahead and activate your Solcadens. That way when the boss goes into the extra vulnerable mode, basically Solcadens is ready to throw that meteor right away, and then Violetta Vane can get to business. And I don't remember if we actually get an extra hit off with Violetta or not. But now she's sitting at 57. You can see she's past Sergey. That's respectable, guys. That is respectable. Go ahead and activate Kagiri, Sumukong, and your Gretchen. Hit Sergey 2 times. You might be able to push 3 times. It really depends on how fast he builds up his ki. Alright, so that's it for now. First hit for Drake's Bell, we're going to activate our Aelin. There we go. There we go. I'm not gonna. We'll activate Solcadens. Why not? Let's do it. All right. Activate Kagiri and Sumukong. All right. Gretchen should be coming around for the second time with her ultimate just in time to take care of the next shield. Go ahead and activate her. There we go. She should be able to take that down with Rygar, and then you can save your Kagiri ult, your Sergey ults, and everything else for when he goes into vulnerability. I'm gonna activate it now and start pumping out Sergey's punches. Let's go. Big damage. As you can see, phase 3, we're gonna cross into the 60k territory. We're already there. Bam, there's your key. That's all you needed for all that damage. Granted, these are really high awakening, so that's something to keep in mind, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Solcadens and then Violetta Vane when it switches over. Hold on to your Aelin out for the second hit on the magic phase here. Now Violetta Vane is lower again. That's natural. She's not doing any damage here, or she wasn't in the last phase. So second one, not the first one. Prospector, second one. All right. Okay, say halfway through the bar, go ahead and activate your Aelin. I can't believe I messed this up. I can't. It's such an oversight on my part. I do apologize. But I guess we all make mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. We are going to activate Violetta Vane right away. Here comes the Meteoric Deluge. As the meteor starts showing up, activate Kagiri, then activate your Sergey. Sergey usually does fine. We're going to go ahead and activate our Solcadens right now. And he'll start pumping up that meteor, hit him, and it should be able to take it out. Should be able to. Yeah, see, there you go. Boom, gone. Easy. Now, granted, the Solcadens is an A5 Solcadens. I understand that as well, guys. I understand it can be a bit of a struggle sometimes getting these really high awakenings, and you're looking at this like I'm crazy to even think that anybody could do it. But, you know, it is what it is. Can we get another hit off on Violetta? I don't remember. We'll hit it anyways. See if she gets it off. No, not quite. Gretchen, Kagiri, Sumikong, Sergei times 2. Right? There we go. 75k going into phase 5. Perfect. You can also hit our Solcadens. Activate your alien on the first hit from the physical side. The purple dragon. I don't know if they have different names. I think it's all Sarai and Grimscale, but alright. We're good to go. We're good to go. We are going to activate our Sumikong here. Alright, still safe, still safe. We're fine. Nobody die. Nobody die. Activate your Rygar. And as soon as your Gretchen is ready, go ahead and activate her. Watch the ground damage here, guys. Every 4 seconds that ground damage hits, so just wait a minute. Then we can activate Kagiri. Oh, he didn't get hit off right at the time. Darn it. That's okay. We should be okay. If you need some more damage, go ahead and start activating these guys. We should be able to take it down, even if I'm a little late. There we go. Boom. Not perfect there. That was not the perfect ideal hit, especially coming out of Kagiri. Could have went a lot better, but still sitting at 92k. I don't know where we're gonna end up this time, but I know last time I did end up with 110. So let's go ahead and hit our Solcadens. Go ahead and hit your Violetta Vane. Now we are going into phase 6 right now, so it's time to pick up your physical DPS heroes. You want to leave Gretchen down though. So pick up your Sergei, pick up your Kagiri, pick up your Sumikong, and then leave the rest of them out there. Doesn't look like we're gonna hit that 110 like I said we would, but that's alright. So this time around, you want to hit Alien on the first hit here. And yeah, first hit. They should be able to survive this just fine. Leave Gretchen. Yeah, we can activate her. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. The hopes is that we can get another Violetta Vane hit out and that these guys survive. Go ahead and activate our Rygar. Just a little extra survivability. Looks like we're gonna hit right around 100k. There we go. Now it's time for Violetta Vane to hit again. And sometimes she kind of passes out on me. Sometimes she kind of passes on me. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes she does. I'm not gonna activate Solcadens again because there's no point. Violetta Vane and Gretchen right behind Kagiri, above Sergei, above Sumikong, where they belong. Kind of like I thought they would before. That's how it worked on my normal Guild Boss Nightmare 4 test. So let's go over those damage numbers really quick. Sitting at 101.8. Like I said, I did hit 110, and I can show you that in a minute. But 263 out of Kagiri. Gretchen above the Violetta Vane at 202 million. Very respectable. And then we have Violetta Vane sitting at 158. And then we have Solcadens coming in at 155. Sergei about the same. Right behind that is Sumikong at 150.5. So you could see that this is the old kind of standard here. The Sumikong and the Solcadens, and where Sergei is kind of sitting right now. And look at these guys, 158 and 202.4 million damage. The closest we've seen yet on Abyss one to get up to Kagiri besides Numera. Numera can do these kind of damage numbers as well. Yeah. It's kind of like, it's a similar situation. So I think a team optimizing could definitely hit same kind of numbers as the Nastia Poison Squad is doing, using Solcadens, Violetta Vane, and Gretchen. Those really big numbers that you see on the leaderboards. All right, so gear. Let's go check out that gear really quick. I promised you guys some gear. Let's check it out. Nothing, I wouldn't say anything's too crazy on the gear that we're using today. I mean, Rygar is going to be in just a tanky set. He's not even in a morale set. That would make it, you know, a little bit of a difference here. Astral Guardian, just keeping his HP really high, keeping a little phase fast, and then having some Rage Regen on there as well. And then running a Shattered Hilt for a little bit of damage because he doesn't really need the extra survivability. He does great. Then we have Sergei coming in with a Hell's Lament set. which makes total sense for him because his ultimate is really quick and then it's over, and it's kind of it's just asking you to use Hell's Lament. There's the gear. Here's a shattered hilt. All right, so on to our, I can just move on. I'll just go on this way. Kagiri. Kagiri is not even in a tier 3 set. He's in a Soulbound Arcana set, which means he's not really doing as much damage as he could possibly do. I should probably show you their stats a little bit here. You can see some of the stuff is even awakened. It's just kind of thrown on him to make the run work. And that's what I was trying to do, be a little bit more realistic, even though we're A5 anyways, but still 29.1k attack and then 359% crit damage. No rage regen. So he has a lot of room for improvement. The demonic relic is kind of leveled up pretty nicely here. Sumukong Soulbound Arcana set, same kind of scenario. Guys, this is not like top tier crazy stuff. It's good, but it's not crazy anymore, especially with today's standards. And we have artifact here is gonna be his golden cudgel, not too leveled. And then we have here for stats 27.8k and 335.5% crit damage. Then we have our Narissa, and she's gonna be just an invigoration set, high attack speed, high healing effect, that kind of thing. It's nothing too crazy. She's just in there for a lot of healing, and she does provide a little bit of inspiration as well. And since we're on that, we'll go right to Jiao Chen to show the other one here. Wings of Grace set, really high attack, really high rage regen, which isn't really necessary. We're mostly just looking for the high attack, just like any inspiration unit like Dolores or so. A 17k attack here. Everything else is kind of redundant. Then artifact is going to be your Phoenix Feather Fan, leveled up pretty nicely. And then our Aelin. And then we'll get to Solcadens here. Invigoration set, fast, a little bit of rage regen, HP bonus on one of the pieces just to help her keep alive, attack speed on the second, attack bonus on the third, and then she's just running a salvation set on the left side. So nothing too crazy there either. It's not like it's wild, like I said. Solcadens. Solcadens is a Soulbound Arcana set, 66% in rage regen. So we're gonna have 3 pieces on with rage regen. Your same kind of cookie cutter builds: attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, and flat attack, or rage regen. Sorry. And then he's running a tier of Twilight, not even really leveled up there either. So there's a lot of room for improvement here, guys. I just kind of whipped this together. Soulbound Arcana on our Violetta Vane, is that best? Not necessarily. She does have a 3.5 second ult, so it's going to be like a Hell's Lament set, and then you can go for an exclusive piece here on her ring, and maybe like the Infernal Blast squad ring is going to work really well. So I think it's the only one you can work, so that's what we would run. But yeah, her gear is pretty nice. She does have the more stacked up kind of gear here going on. And then for the artifact, she is running a tier of Twilight. And then we have Gretchen. And Gretchen is running a Cataclysm set, so she's the only one in a tier 3 set besides Sergei. And the Cataclysm set is pretty decent enough. And here's that Infernal Blast ring here. Upon casting the ultimate, increases crit damage by 15% and penetration by 10% for 12 seconds. Then Wicked Vengeance on the left side, your typical quad rolls. As you can see, there's no rage regen built in. She comes back to her ultimate pretty fast. Run yourself a Shattered Hilt as well. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Sorry for the mishap yesterday. I'm going to leave that video up. We're going to run this one 100 to 110k or higher. Yeah, move some things around. We could try something with like a maybe an Ingrid in there or something like that to make it even better, guys. It could be a lot better. Or even maybe Leia would be a good option as well. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope I helped if you did. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you check out war.prospector.gg. We have plenty of new tools showing up on there. I'm currently working on the demon guides. I look forward to seeing you guys over there. Find some posts, find some heroes, leave some comments on some of those heroes. Try to help fill out that website. And if you guys find any issues, just let me know on the Discord by joining that. It's in the description down below. We have a website feedback channel just for that. But anyways, I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.